You're checking out Willie D Live.
How much did you really get it? You was a class clown?
I was, but not on purpose. It was like one of them things where I didn't know I was funny. It's just people was laughing at me, and then I understood that they was laughing. Like, I wasn't like the one that like I'm trying to be funny. I was actually the cool kid. I was the shit in high school.
Right, right.
Yeah, I was popular. I was popular. I wasn't like one of them niggas that I was trying to be funny to get attention. Like that to keep the niggas off me. Like, I probably don't act like it, but I was really from the streets. I'm from the streets. It's just like that song say, we grew up being thugs, but nobody did that because we was trying to be thugs. It just was a part of the world of it. So I didn't realize how ghetto I was till I left Atlanta. Till I left Jacksonville and moved to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. To me, it was normal. In my world, how I looked at the hood was kind of like how I was like Chris Tucker was in Friday. Mm-hmm. The character, that was me. Like, it was bad, but it was funny bad to me. It was like, that was the life. Like, we did all that crazy shit, but it was still funny. So that's how I looked at the hood. So I didn't realize till I got older, and now I'm starting to realize, like, shit, I was really fucked up. This life was, you look back at your friends, and you look back, you're like, damn, I came from that, So I never seen it like that. I always look forward in life instead of looking at my environment. And like I be thinking about how people be like, man, my daddy wasn't there, and nobody daddy was there. So how y'all know? Like, maybe I looked at things different, but I didn't know my daddy wasn't a good daddy until like later on till I became one. Or like, I never looked at like people like, man, if my daddy came to my game, or I never looked at that. Or they like, man, my mama never gave me no money. If my mama never bought me my video games, I always got my video games.
Right.
I don't know, I can't say how or why, but I always end up getting all the Nintendo games. And my mama never bought one.
Now, how close did your father live to you?
I loved my father. He lived right around in Jacksonville, it was like right across, it's not far, but it seemed far. He lived on 25th and we lived on 8th Street. And like, I looked up to my dad no matter how much my mama used to say he wasn't shit and this, that, whatever. My daddy used to sell dope, so I thought he was the man. Like, everybody in the hood respect him, so no matter what my mama said, I loved the nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I thought he was cool, and he was cool as hell. He just, when you get older and you become a father, you realize he loved me, he just ain't know how to be a daddy. You know what I'm saying? He just knew the streets. So, I didn't feel maybe psychologically he might have fucked me up that I didn't know, but me thinking back, like I regret or I feel sorry for him. I'm not a pity party nigga, so I don't get into, man, my mama was this and she.
Yeah. Did you try to follow in his footsteps? I know a lot of dudes who
I did, because I started selling dope. I started stealing his crack and selling it for myself, like to make 10. He have jugglers. Well, that's what we call like dimes and rocks. Right. I get me a dime and make $10 and go buy some candy. So that's how that started. And then, when you at that age, everybody was on crack. Everybody, every household. It was a crackhead in the household, so it was almost normal. So it was like, and only reason I sold crack or something like that, was because it was the only thing, it was working better than cutting grass. If cutting grass was booming, I'd probably a lawn mowing motherfucker. But the dope was booming, so shit, that's what we sold. So
since we on the dope game,
I want to go. Wait, no. All right, this is past limitations. I can talk about it. Go ahead.
Okay, so. So how much responsibility do you believe that the dope dealers of yesterday played in today's generation being disrespectful toward their elders, or not really just getting it?
The dope game, I think it was more the mentality of the people that was doing it.
Well, I'm saying the dope dealers sold crack. Somebody was smoking that crack. Right. Somebody was using that crack. A bunch of mamas and daddies was using that crack, and a bunch of mamas and daddies had crack babies. You
saying now they grew up, now they retarded.
A lot of these kids are product of
crack babies. But those kids are grown now. Think about it, that was 20 years ago. So they ain't kids no more.
Yeah, but they're having babies though.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So we're talking about the crack game, really started getting off real strong in the mid 80s.
Mm-hmm.
So how many years is that? That's what 30 29 years?
Yeah, 29, 30 years.
Yeah.
They grown.
Okay, so they're grown and now they got kids who are, 12, 13, 14,
20.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers had babies at 10,
Yeah, but those kids are growing. I mean, these kids are growing up, and it's like my thing is that, like, not all kids who parents did crack and all that stuff are exactly. Some of them got it and they got out and they're doing real well for themselves, but many more don't. What the hell can they give? Because if you are like
you can't expect a retarded person to give you good sense. I get what you're saying. I think what it wasn't so much the drug, because I mean, of course, they had a lot to do psychologically with the crack and then the babies and this, that, whatever, but a lot of it had to do with the neglect as far as the generational gap, to where we was too busy living, and like we was talking about last night, we're too busy just doing our thing, but not realizing another group of people coming under us and not taking heed or telling them. At least the one thing I will say about the OGs like y'all or anybody at y'all age, when I came up, they at least was like, nigga, sit your little ass down or this, that, whatever. We wasn't doing that.
Right.
Nigga, we was just out here popping and doing this. Nigga, I didn't realize till recently how much of a gap, like, nigga, these niggas really grew up off me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't realize it. I'm thinking, because in your mind, and you probably the same way in your mind, you just living, but you don't realize people is learning from you.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? That's what was going on. I didn't realize, like even somebody like him, he was probably studying me and listening to me and learning from me, but I wasn't paying attention. I'm just doing me.
Yeah.
And so, but in the midst of it, and we all have faults and this, that, and we all fuck, but I know intentionally I wasn't trying to fuck them up, but at the same time I was. You know what I'm saying? But once I realized, like, all right, people just paying attention to me. It's just like with you. I mean, like, shit, you told me story. You a wild nigga. You did a lot of fucked up shit, and a lot of that fucked up shit fucked up the community because they was looking up to you, this, that, whatever. Right. But you didn't do it purposely. You just living your life.
Right.
And so that's what I think happened in the community more so than just the drug, as far as per se the crack. It was more so the influence that the persona that we were just being ourselves, and we didn't realize, and then being ourselves, and even sometimes with even on the internet, because like I have a lot of influence on the internet, and a lot of that stuff I say, and I just be saying because I'm just being funny and talking crazy, but I didn't realize like motherfuckers is taking that shit, just like how you say, and now it's starting to make me understand what you're saying, even with Steve Harvey, but it's like a lot of stuff I was just saying being funny, and I was just talking and just being crazy and saying, I'm thinking people my age get it, but I'm forgetting this 10-year-olds. Because you got to think, even in hip-hop and the young generation, it ain't grown-ups listening. It's 12-year-olds, 10-year-olds is listening. And I'll be forgetting that it's 12 and 10-year-olds listening. So I'm just talking. Just like at the comedy club, it's grown-ups, so I can say shit, and y'all ain't going to take it like if I say, me and my baby mama fought all the time. Well, we used to beat each other ass, all that. Y'all take it, laugh at it, there, but a young person, you teaching them like it's okay to do the shit.
Right.
When it ain't.
You're checking out Willie D Live.